Brooke Blurton said she's angry and sad over public figure's silence on the brutal murder of 15-year-old Indigenous teenager Cassius Turvey. Trigger warning: the following content details assault and death and may be distressing for some readers. The schoolboy was beaten with a metal pole that caused injuries so horrific he suffered 2 strokes and brain bleeds. He died in the hospital on October 23 while in an induced coma. While the Western Australian Police Commissioner called the incident a case of wrong place, wrong time, Brooke has slammed the comments as absolute bullsh*t and condemned mainstream platforms for not speaking up about Cassius' death. What concerns me is the fact that no other influencer or people who have massive platforms are f***ing talking about it, the 27-year-old stressed on her Instagram story. It makes me feel angry and sad and disappointed that these people, like it's not headlining for them, it doesn't matter to them. Brooke went on to say that it feels like people don't care because an attack on an Indigenous person isn't their experience. But, this is a human experience. If this was a 15-year-old white kid, would that be making news for you? The former bachelorette then revealed she and her younger brother once had a similar experience, in which they were abused while walking home. We actually had to run because we were so fearful of what was going to happen, and that just makes me feel so sick, she recalled. Open your mouth, use your voices and show the f***ck up. Brooke's good friend and Indigenous activist, Gabrielle Ebsworth, also condemned influencers for performative activism in recent days. Brooke Blurton previously broke down over senseless acts of violence and racism against Indigenous people a day prior. Brooke took social media to ask when the senseless displays of violence and racism will end. "I'm just gonna be real with you guys because I'm over it," the teary reality star said. Noting she was preparing for her Not So PG podcast, Brooke explained she and her co-host Maddie Mills really want to talk about things that really affect us and what we see every day. Recently, a poor 15-year-old called Cassius Turvey passed away because of the injuries he sustained walking home from school from a white man who just bashed and hit him with a metal pole because of mistaken identity or whatever the reason. F***ck knows why. He's a 15-year-old kid, for f***ck sake. Brooke Blurton says she's tired of seeing young Indigenous people dying. The upcoming The Challenge Australia contestant added that she and Maddie are so tired of these events occurring. "We're just so tired of seeing these senseless acts of violence and racism, that stereotype, happen every day to the result of our young people dying," Brooke expressed. When does it stop? In subsequent stories, the reality star shared clips of others highlighting the brutal murder of Indigenous children. She also shared a link to a GoFundMe page started in honor of Cassius. At the time of writing, over $352,000 has been raised for the teenager's family. Police allege that one of the assailants is 21-year-old Jack Brearley, who has since been charged with Cassius' murder. If you or anyone you know is struggling and needs support, call 1800-RESPECT on 1800-737-732 or Lifeline on 131114, both of which provide trained counselors you can talk with 24/7. You can also talk to someone from 1800-RESPECT via online chat. If you are in immediate danger, call 000. Listen to episode 223 of the So Dramatic podcast with Megan Pustetto below. Know something that we don't? Spill the tea here, get the tea first. Follow So Dramatic on Instagram and tune in on Mondays to get your reality tea fix with the So Dramatic podcast with Megan Pustetto. Indy Brummelin October 28, 2022. Indy Brummelin. Indy is a junior digital content producer who spends her days delving into the good, the bad and the ugly of reality TV. When she's not on the clock, you can find her binging TV thrillers on Netflix and dancing around the kitchen to Elton John. Favorite reality TV show, Beauty and the Geek. Most iconic reality TV star, Abby I'm a Gemini. Chatfield, BATG's Lachie Mansell comes in a close second.